Got some storytelling to do tonight. Wait for some people to get signed on here. What up, Chrome? So we got the Ridgid fan. The plan was to have a Bauer brushed and a Ridgid fan, but let's just say the people at Harbor Freight weren't too nice to me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I think my microphone just went dead, even though I got it plugged in. What up, Sharush? Everything good? Hear me all good? Okay. I don't know what that do thing was in my ear, but it must be meaning something else. Okay, Jimmy, good. I just want to make sure, because I hate getting in the middle of this thing and then I have to stop because of something stupid. Yeah, well, I live in a part of the country where they don't have super fast internet speed. Can't do nothing about it. Started your live while Taxes. Why is Tactics live? I thought he goes live on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Today's Monday. If it was a Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday, I definitely wouldn't have went live. Have I been to Baton Rouge? Yes, I was just in Baton Rouge a couple of months ago, bowling for our national title. What do you guys think about that, huh? What do you think about that, huh, tough guys? Yeah, he goes live whenever he has the time, so how am I supposed to know, right? And I know I've been kind of going live a little bit more here this week, but honestly, if I don't know, I can't do nothing about it. All right, let's see if we can figure this bad mamma jam out. Let's see. All right, there we go. It is a little stuffy down here. Oh. Oh, this is nice. Now I can stay cool. Can you hear it? It's probably muffling the sound. Let's see. This looks like some type of rafter hook. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I think there's a magnet. Let's see. I kind of want it pointed. It wants to stick. There we go. Now you turn that around. Now I can stay cool. No, that fan is way better than anything Bauer puts out. I like how it sticks to metal, and it also has that adjustable rafter hook. I like that a lot. And it's blown up, and I like this. I like how it does this. Whee! All the way around. 360, baby. That's perfect for my workbench. Look at that. You can just stick it wherever you want it. No, $700 worth of batteries. No. Yeah, she's upstairs working, Roosh. And I guess I'm kind of working too, right? Yeah, there aren't no $5 deals. Let's just get that out the way. I maybe will sell somebody a tool, but it won't be for $5. So that's nice. I like that. See? You don't speak too soon on something. Like, I went to go turn the fan to point at me, and the thing fell off. Let's try it again. Maybe this magnet isn't as strong as I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's probably me. I was trying to turn it this way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, we'll move this over this way a little bit. Oh, maybe it's that way. I don't know which way I'm moving the damn camera. All right, so. Okay, I'm going to explain. My whole premise for tonight's live was I was going to have a Bauer brush tool, okay? And I was going to get that Ridgid fan, but I was going to go get a Bauer brush tool. I don't know, I was debating on the circular saw or the drill. Our Harbor Freight here, about 2 minutes down the road, closes at 8 p.m. I get there at 7:45 p.m. Like, I get out of the shower, I get in the car, I get there at 7:45 p.m. Figure 15 minutes is more than enough time to run in, run out, and get my shit, right? Bro, I'm walking up to the front door. Like these idiots in the Harbor Freight that are all working there, like all three of them are staring out the window, seeing me walk up. They all come out to the parking lot and say, yeah, bro, we're closed. I said, y'all ain't closed? You guys close at 8 o'clock. I am a frequent flyer. I know when you guys close. And you guys at this location pull this shit all the time. One time I got there at 7:30, they had the doors locked. I said, dude, I just need to run in and get a cheap Bauer tool. I know where it's at. I'll be out in 2 minutes. No, bro, we're closed. We already shut down our registers for the night. I said, well, why did you do that 15 minutes early? Well, why couldn't you get here an hour earlier? I said, because I just got out of work, motherfucker. That's why. That's why I couldn't get out here earlier. Otherwise, I would had. I said, I really need to get something for my live stream tonight. Oh, you're one of them? He calls me a douchebag. He goes, oh, you're one of them douchebags. And I looked at him, and I looked at the guy next to him, and the guy next to him was like, yeah, bro, you may not want to talk to him that way. He looks like he's about to kill you. I said, go back inside your little store. I'll be sure to call corporate about this one. Especially seeing how much money I've spent there this year. Yeah, they're definitely getting a call. So that's why I don't have a Bauer brush tool tonight. So you can thank the lovely people at the Niagara Falls Harbor Freight location for being douchebags. That's why I don't have the Bauer brush. I will buy a Bauer brushed tool tomorrow on my way to work at the Amherst location, where the people that work there aren't douchebags. So you see this fucking thing? Goodbye. We're not supporting them motherfuckers tonight. Potato? Why? You guys are freaking weird. Yeah, that's what I want to do, FAHS. I wanna do that. I've already compared the two brushless drills. The whole point was I was going to get the Bauer brush drill, and then because Ridgid has their brush drill on clearance right now, I was going to get that, and I was going to be like, see, even the Bauer brush can't stand up to the Ridgid brushed. That was going to be my whole premise for tonight's show. And I was going to get that fan too. And I had all that in my head, and all because of Harbor Freight, they fucking fucked up my whole idea. So I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I know. It's almost like the bear called the Niagara Falls store and said, yeah, if this goofy-looking, Sasquatch-looking guy shows up there, make sure you should lock the doors. You don't let him buy anything. Yes, it's coming soon. Foz, is that how you pronounce it? Foz, you got the SpongeBob picture there, it looks like, or something that looks like SpongeBob? Bauer brushed is king. All right, let me catch up over here. So what is Tactics saying on his live? I know you guys got, some of you guys got both of them going right now. What up, Pat? I don't mind having icon tools. No, I got a bunch of icon tools. You go look in my pack out over there, bunch of icon sockets. You look at my toolbox at work, that's all that's in there is icon sockets, except for the Milwaukee Squares ones. And I'm gonna say I like the Milwaukee Square ones better because they're more versatile. And they've, a lot of people say, oh, they've broken on me, blah, blah, blah. You're probably putting it on a damn impact wrench. Putting a chrome socket on an impact wrench and it breaks. I'm sorry, you're using the tool wrong because I use them Milwaukee ones every day for whatever, the last year, and I have zero issues with them. You didn't know that one? Well, now you do. Souls is in his chat. I just told Souls, because me and him were texting back and forth saying that I was going live. He never once mentioned that Tactics was live. Otherwise, I probably would have said, fuck, I would have waited till Tactics got off, because I don't want to take away from him, and I don't want him to take away from me. That's just how it should work, right? I wish he would have told me, because I wouldn't have went live. Exactly, Jimmy. Exactly. If it isn't impact rated, you cannot be surprised when it breaks. And I see guys on YouTube all the time using chrome on impacts. All the time. That's fine. If that's all you got and you're in a pinch, I get it. But then you cannot say that this is garbage because the thing shattered on you. Come on. That's the only socket that's broken on me. Is a chrome icon that I was using on an impact because I was in a pinch. I didn't have 3/8 impact set at the time for my Milwaukee stubby, and I was taking out the 10 mil screws for the skid plates underneath the car so I could get at the oil filter. And here I am, doot. This one had like 20 of them. It was like obnoxious, and whoever put it on before me made them so tight that it was ridiculous. Well, about the 5th one in, it cracked the socket. You want to know what? I walked in the Harbor Freight, and they handed me another one. No questions asked. And it was my fault. But from that point on, I never did that again. I ended up buying a 3/8 drive socket, impact rated socket set, and I have not had not one issue with any of them. Tactics goes whenever he wants, yeah. At least, guys, I put it out there. Like, if I wouldn't have got anybody in the comments saying that you didn't want to see me live, I wouldn't have went live. Because there's no sense to if you guys don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking skid plates are the worst for oil changes. Now, I would much rather have the skid plates that have the actual 10 mil screws in them instead of those plastic freaking things that break all the time. Them plastic, God, I know the name of them. It's just not coming to me. But you got to have that special tool, and it pops the plastic part down, and it pops off, and half the time it breaks, and the other half it don't. And then you got to go buy new ones so you can put the damn skid plate back up. I hate those. I hate them. You know what I tell the customer? Listen, do you want this piece of plastic back underneath your car? It is literally doing nothing to protect shit underneath your car. It is literally plastic. Skid plates and oil change, I hate them. I hate them. Now, underneath my Jeep, at least the skid plates are fully metal, and they come with like 17 mil size nuts on them, okay? Like, they're heavy duty as shit, because my Jeep is trail rated, all right? Those actually protect the bottom of your vehicle very well. But these dinky little plastic things with these little plastic tabs that if you just catch something the right way, it's going to rip it right off. They ain't protecting shit. Yeah, painted black. So what do you guys think about that fan? I got it running. I got a, let's see, I got a 4 amp hour EXP battery on it. They're tabless cell. I mean, this is pretty handy. I like this. You know why I'm going to like this? Because it's got that magnet. A lot of these fans don't have magnets. Now, I got the Skill 20 volt / 12 volt. It can take both of them version. And it's got like a little clamp that you can clamp it to. And it's all right. It was dirt cheap. It's cool that you can use both type of batteries. But man, this thing is nice. This is like the Cadillac of little fans. This may be my new bowling fan. Because, you know, right now my bowling fan is the Ryobi Whisper. And it's nice. And it blows out a hell of a lot of air to keep me cool while I'm competing. But it is a little bit clunky and big. And when you're going pair to pair across the house in an 8-game tournament, it becomes a pain in the ass to have to lug that to you lane to lane, you know. Some of these alleys are 80 lanes long, so you're like walking a half a mile down that way. And you don't want to go back and forth. You want to do it all in one trip. But you got your 2 bowling bags, your backpack, your fan, your this, your accessory bag. You almost have to make 2 trips. But with this, I can just do this and put it in my backpack. And boom, I can make 1 trip. This is going to be my new bowling fan right here. I like it. And it can also hang on my toolbox at work because it's got that metal. It's got that magnet. And you can just right to the toolbox and while I'm working all day long. And it definitely blows out some air. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I see. This has got a little button thing here. Ah. So that can go on like a 2x4. If the 2x4 is a little bit smaller or bigger, because you know they're not exactly 2x4s, it adjusts and it locks. I like it. I like it. And I got this at 25% off because of my Pro Extra. You got to play the game. Tonight's discount was if you signed up for the Home Depot credit card, you got 25% off your order. So guess what? I said, okay, I'll sign up for the Home Depot credit card, right? Right? Listen to this. Now, these guys know I do this. They said approved, right? I don't want the card. Just give me my 25% off. I decided against it. And they have to give you the 25% off. There you go. So a $50 fan ended up costing like $40. I'll take it. Got to play the game, guys. Sparky here. I'm not cleaning shit until Klein makes a broom. Oh, come on. Klein don't need to make a broom. You know what we can do, Bobby? We can go get a cheap broom, paint it orange, and write Klein in black letters on it. Would that suffice? The Skill 12-volt van in that size draws 3 watts. I'm going to take your word for it. It's actually up in my car. You guys want me to go get that one? It's in my car because when I went to Michigan to watch Brad bowl and help him win that title, I brought it in case he needed it. In case he needed it while he was bowling. I'll go get it if you guys want me to go get it. We can compare them. It'll only take me 15 seconds to go out in the garage and get it. That works, Bobby? Good. I will say, though, if you're just talking the toolbox itself and not the stuff you can do hanging on the wall with pack out, if you're just talking the modular toolbox, I don't care what anybody says. Now, remember, I'm just talking the toolbox. The Klein Mod Box is the best, in my opinion. It just is. They had they had the pull-out drawer on the bottom before everybody. They got some pretty cool accessories you can put on them. They just, the drawers pull out nicer than the Milwaukee drawers pull out. Like, the Milwaukee drawers actually rub, okay? I'm not saying it's bad, but if I had to do it over again, I would most definitely would have bought the Klein Mod Box as my mobile toolbox. Now, as far as the pack out stuff that goes on the wall, that's amazing. I got that shit decked out all down here, man. I love that stuff. You want me to go get it? I had it on my power brick. 3 watts on low. Okay. I take your word for it. Told you I'd be here tonight, Derek. I won't have long to sit and listen, but I'm glad to be here and listen. we're going to be comparing a couple of cool fans. Hold on, guys. I'll go get that other fan. I should have grabbed it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Hang tight and just look at the pretty tools while I'm gone. You can probably still hear me while I'm going out. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got here? You guys hear me good? I'm here. What up, Owen? Oh, hi, Dennet Tools. Your attorney is currently recording your videos. That's great. Have a good time doing that, pal. Because we didn't even mention your name tonight. But seeing how you want to sit there and talk shit, you can go right ahead. My attorney. You're a loser. He's such a loser, ain't he? There he goes with the threats again, right? There he goes with the threats again. You want to know what, Juan? I know you hid him, but honestly, I'd rather you not. Because I want that to be proof. I want that to be proof, and I want to be able to see that comment. All right, cool. Hold on one second. Now his comment ain't showing up. Of course. Yeah. I can't even get that comment back, but you guys all saw it, right? Because when I go and tell people what he just did, they're going to fucking look at me like I'm crazy. What are we talking about? Well, we were talking about fans, okay? And what fans are good for certain, situations and stuff. And then the Dennet Tools decided to come in and threaten to sue me again. Even though these last couple of days, I've let a lot of stuff go and I haven't even commented on shit. I've let a lot of stuff go. But he keeps pushing my buttons. Yeah, Juan, if you can send that to me, my email, that would be great, brother. I appreciate you. I really do. Do you see what I deal with, guys? You do got a recorded, Owen? Thank you, buddy. Hey, Sayer, you just missed it, buddy. The Dennet Tools was in the comments threatening to sue me again, saying that his lawyer is recording my live as we speak. Yeah, and then Juan blocked him like he should do as the mod, but I kind of, I wanted everybody to see that, but. So now that's the third time he's threatened to sue me. Third time. Third time he's threatened to sue me, and he called my work on me once. And we weren't even talking about him. Like, Yeah, the guys took a screenshot and sent it to me before Juan hid the comments, so... No, I don't think that's a faker. I really don't, Shaka, because this isn't the first time he's done this, brother. Shaka, he's done this a lot to me. He did it to me a few months ago. He commented over 40 times in one of my videos because I proved Ridgid was better than Bauer. And then when all this started taking place and I wanted to prove my side of the story, I went back to go get them comments, and he had deleted every single last one of them. When I know that they were there at least a week and a half ago, because that video is one of my better videos and it's always popping up in my analytics, so I always just check the newer comments in there, and he had been in there up until a week and a half ago. Ain't that funny that he was in there up until a week and a half ago? What happened a week and a half ago, guys? And that's all I'm going to say, especially if some D-bag is recording me. But you guys saw it, right? You guys saw it. We were talking about fans, and he came on here threatening to sue me again. I know, I saw Roosh. Thank you, buddy. I just couldn't open it. Thank you, Sharush. Thank you. I saw the notification. That's what I figured it was. Yeah, I know, Sayer. Like, I don't get it. I did not want this live stream tonight to be about the Den of Tools. I really did not. I wanted to talk about, I wanted to do Bauer Brush, because we always joke around about Bauer Brush, but Harbor Freight kind of closed early on me tonight. And I really just wanted to talk about these fans and how kind of cool they are. And now he's got me fucking a little pissed off, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I've ignored every single person in his comment section, from the personal threats of people showing up at my house because they're working in Niagara Falls right now. I mean, it's just crazy. The Den is the man. Y'all are in your feelings. I'm not in my feelings. The dude just came on my live trying to threaten to sue me again for the third time when we weren't even talking about him. We were talking about fucking fans. Yeah, I agree, Sarah. Let's drop it. I agree. It's just crazy, though, right? He did do it, you moron. Go up and look in the comments. It doesn't take a genius to go scroll up in the comments and find it, buddy. Get rid of this Mark guy. I don't want him here. Mods, get rid of him. Block his ass. I don't want him on the channel. Guy's arguing with me. Oh yeah, he just threatened to sue me for the third time, Souls. And now he's got his whole posse coming in here telling me that that didn't happen. When it's literally up in the comments. All you gotta do is scroll up. It's right there. He literally just said, his lawyer is recording my live as we speak, so keep on talking. But we weren't even talking about him. We were talking about fans. And I just gotten back from the car to get this fan to show people. By the way, Souls, this fan is awesome. I love it. I love how it can stick to metal. That's going to come in handy at work. And I like how it folds down. I like that. I can put it in my bowling bag, because I use the Ryobi Whisper fan when I'm bowling tournaments, so that it keeps me cool and my hand dry. But that's big, and it's hard to carry that around and make it to the next pair all in one trip. You usually got to make 2 trips. With this, I can just put this in my bowling book bag and go to the next pair in one trip. Alright guys, let's talk about this skill fan. Now, this is very cheap. Off the top of my head, I think I paid $19.99 for it. Yeah, you scrolled up because Juan blocked him because he was starting to talk shit. And I'm not mad at Juan at all. But he blocked him, and I said, no, Juan, unblock him, because I want those comments. I want those comments So I have proof of his bullying tactics bullshit and why I keep pushing as hard as I push. Okay? And I haven't even talked about him the last few days. The last 3 or 4 videos, I have left him completely out of my content. And tonight again, we're leaving him out of my content. We're talking about fans, and he shows up threatening. But I know Roosh and a couple other guys screenshotted it, and they sent it to me. I'll send it to you later, souls. So anyways, this has got a low and a high speed, okay? It does the thing like that. It's not a full 360 though, because it stops short right there. But for 20 bucks, it also is, I don't know if you guys can see that, it takes the 12 and the 20 volt batteries. And if it was a troll burner account, so be it. Maybe it was a troll who called my work. I don't know yet. But the simple fact that he doesn't have the balls to email me to figure this out like men just goes to show you who we're talking about. Okay? If he truly didn't do it, if he truly did not call my place of work, why is he looking off into the sky every time he starts talking about it on his video? That's the number one telltale sign right there that somebody did something, that they're lying about something. Because they cannot look you in the face and say it. They're searching for the words, the lie to come out of their brain. Go ask a cop. That's the first thing that they look for when they're speaking to somebody, if they're telling the truth or not. Are they wandering off? Are they trying to find the words? Or do they already have the words because the words are the truth? Okay, now, and if it was a troll or somebody trying to stir shit up between me and the Den of Tools who called my work, fine. But in my heart and in my soul, I know that's not the case. Because that went through my head before I even went public with what happened. That went through my head. Well, what if it's just some asshole trying to stir stuff up between the two of us? Because it had been pretty quiet between us for a long time. But then I was thinking about it and the way my boss described how the people were talking to them. I don't know. And if this guy who was just in here being the Den of Tools, threatening to sue me, I'm sorry, I have a hard time believing that's a burner account because he's already done that twice. And then he deleted his comments so that I can't use his own words against him to make me look like a crazy person. But Souls knows because Souls went at it with him in those very same comments. I used it when I was mowing my lawn. After 2.5 hours, only lost 1 bar. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Because when I'm at a bowling tournament, you know, you never know how long you're going to be there, right? If you bowl your 5, 6, 7, 8 games, that's a few hours, right? And then if you make the next round, that's a few more hours. If you make the next round, that's... So yeah, if it has good runtime, I'm happy about it. Yeah, I know he doesn't talk about you, Robert, because you got 115,000 subscribers, and you know, and he knows that you'll fucking bury him. He's trying to scare me into like dropping this channel. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's trying to send his people over here to scare me into dropping my channel. He's creating a narrative that I'm a liar. This is one of the main reasons why when I went live about a month ago and told my entire story, okay? I told my entire story from when I was all messed up on drugs, to this, to that, to where I am now. It was like a whole hour-long thing. I told everybody my story, and the main reason why I did that was I wanted the people I talk to on a weekly basis to know who I am as a person. And you guys ever watch that Eminem movie, 8 Mile? Remember at the end when they were battling and Eminem spit out everything that could have been said negatively about him to the guy, and when the guy got up, to battle back against him. He had nothing. That's kind of why I did what I did. What are you going to say that I already haven't said to everybody? That everybody doesn't already know? Alright, enough talking about this douchebag. Derek, I got the Craftsman high velocity fan and my 6 amp hour batteries. Last for 9 hours. Almost shift on second gear. Yeah, that's good. A lot of these fans are good, let's be honest. They're just a fan, right? As long as they work, as long as they blow air, and as long as they're not obnoxiously loud, they're good, right? I just came because people thought you needed backup. How did you know about that? Oh, Caleb, what did you miss? The bear just came into my live stream threatening to sue me again, saying his lawyer was recording my whole live right now. So this is the third time he's threatened to sue me. Denatool said you didn't have a boss, you owned your own company. Yes, and if you go back to that video that I was referring to, that I told my whole story from back then till present, you will know exactly what I do for a living. It is also in the description of this channel. Okay? I do own 2 businesses. 10 in the Pit Pro Shop. Why would I be wearing this shirt, guys? What does that say? That says 10 in the Pit Pro Shop. That is my bowling pro shops. I got one in Lockport, New York, and another one in West Seneca, which is just outside of Buffalo, New York. Okay? My best friend owns the bowling alley in Lockport, New York. I have a very small stake in the bowling alley. Okay? And in return, he has a very small stake in the pro shop. He is my best friend and my brother. Okay? Bowling is a seasonal thing. Nobody bowls in Buffalo, New York between the months of middle May till end of August. It is too nice outside. We are locked up in our houses with snow for 8 months out of the year. So people are outside doing outside things in the summertime. Bowling is not a thing in the summertime. Yes, we run the summer sweepers on Wednesdays, but that's about it. Okay? So, in the summertime, I work full-time at Pep Boys Auto. You guys have seen me do plenty of videos in my uniform. Hell, I did one today. I was coming home from work when I asked you guys if you wanted me to go live. Okay? So in the summertime, I work full-time at Pep Boys Auto, and I'm open at my shops by appointment only. All right? We're getting to the time where I'm going to be stopping working full-time at Pep Boys, and I'm going to be back into the bowling alleys for the next 7 months, busting my ass at both my shops. Okay? You saw I got a bunch of customers coming in these last few days. Bowling season is just around the corner. And in the wintertime, I work part-time at Pep Boys. Okay? For extra money, I get nice benefits. My 401k, I chose to keep the job because of all them things. Okay? And it helps me out a lot in the summertime not to be so stressed out about money, because I got money coming in from Pep Boys in the summertime. Okay? And then in the wintertime, the money I make at Pep Boys is just nice to have that paycheck every week for a couple $100. You know, whether it's groceries, gas, you guys know. Thank you, Foz. Yes, a guy can have businesses and work a full-time job. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Holy cow. I bust my fucking ass to have the things I have. My wife does too. Okay? We have worked 2 or 3 jobs for 15 years straight. So this house got paid off in 14 years. Our cars are paid off. We did all that off of just pure sweat and grunt. So to be called a liar about things that, you busted your ass on, it really gets to me. Alright. Back to the fans. I don't want to talk about that fat slob anymore. Yeah, I know, right? Who's he got? Johnny Cochran watching? That's the next thing. I got Johnny Cochran recording all your videos. Ah. I'm breaking up? Oh, it's probably because I got the fan blowing on me and it's blowing in the mic. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, is it better now? I turned it away. Johnny Cochran, baby. Connie Cochran. Yeah. Yeah. Does it sound better now? Yeah, I think the AirPods are dying. I don't know why I had them on charge. Stupid AirPods. Okay, hold on. Let me, hold on, let me do something here, guys. We're just gonna go with the mic. Will this... Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, guys? Does it sound better now? I just took the iPods out. God damn it. Every night on one of my lives, right around this time, this shit happens. Hold on. No, my phone's fully charged. I was buffering because I went back to shut the iPods off. I took the Bluetooth off. All right, good. Good. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. My bad. Anyways, this fan has this little clamp on the back of it, and it works okay. All right, Owen. See you, kid. Keep working on them railroad stakes, dude. I don't know what you're doing with them, but I hope it works out good for you, buddy. So this has got the little clamp here, and it works okay, but it's kind of cheap and janky. But for 20 bucks, I mean, it does come in handy as a little like desktop fan. You know, you just set it there and it keeps you cool. This thing, I mean, it's a little bit bigger. Actually, it's a lot bit bigger, but it's still compact enough, and it blows more air. I love this thing, guys. This is a buy right here. This is a buy all day long right here. Hi, Mysterious. How are you, Big Josh? I was doing great up until about 15 minutes ago. Foz, I see in the future for you, Josh. Why and how you can make some extra money with a dye business while working a full-time job. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? Like that's all the Pep Boys job is for extra money. Because we didn't want to be paying on our house until our 60s. We wanted to get it done and over with while we were able to. What happened, Pat? Long story short, the Denatools came in here threatening to sue me. Or it was a burner account. Either way. I wonder if there's burner accounts for my page. I doubt it. It's not big enough, right? Yeah, I know, Apache. I know them get-rich schemes, them pyramid schemes. I know, JT. I know. I really hope it wasn't him. I really do. I don't want this to happen. I don't want to be going on his lives, and I don't want him coming on my live saying shit like that. So it's not good. Thank you, Sharush. Yeah, I don't understand why people can't understand that I own seasonal businesses, and in the off season I work full time somewhere. I don't understand why people can't. I don't know. The iPads died, Sharush. The iPads died. My iPad microphones, I had them on the charger, but I guess they weren't charging, and now they are charging. They were because I heard it go at the start of the feed. I heard it go doot 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 doot, and that must mean it's getting low. And then we kept going for a half hour, and it was the microphone that died. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's just a coincidence that it's shaped like that. It's a triangle, you know. When you get to the top, you've made it. Hey, it's just AirPods. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, JT, you have to have a side hustle. I got a side hustle to a side hustle. I mean, you have to. Everything costs so goddamn much here. It's crazy. Yeah. You gotta have side hustles. Otherwise, what are you gonna do? Go ask the government for money? But you know the government wouldn't give me money because I'm a small business owner. But they'll give the crackhead money. I'm a mathematician, still have my farm though, which led to my love of power tools. Yep, I can understand that. If you got a farm, you need tools. Definitely need tools. Me, let's just say, you know, working the automotive business and in my pro shops, I use tools all day long. And then, you know, it kind of turned in what you see behind me there, starting up this channel. Mainly, guys, the main reason why I started this channel is because some idiot was selling Javelin impact wrench on TikTok Shop and said it could bust every bolt off his 78 Camaro. And he showed it busting every nut and bolt off his 78 Camaro. And I'm like, for $70, comes with battery and a charger. It'd be a nice little impact just to have at the house just in case, right? I get it home, charge up the battery, take it outside, see if it'll knock my 90 foot-pound luck nuts off, and the thing impacted once and died. I got scammed. And then I was having horrible anxiety attacks at night, and I said to Christina, I need to fill some of my time with something else other than bowling and work. I need some type of release. So that's what started this channel. Me messing with tools in the basement and just timing stuff and putting tools up against one another. And now it's growing to what you see today. And isn't life grand? All this bullshit with the Den of Fools has made my anxiety go back up, and I have had a couple of bad panic attacks here this week, to the point to where I was out of breath and kind of felt like I was going to pass out. You don't got to be a tradesman. That's one of the biggest myths that people say on the internet. If you're not a tradesman, you can't talk about tools. Well, yeah, you can. It's your own personal experience with the tool, right? And if, God love you, if you own Ryobi, however the hell you want to say it, or Bauer, or whatever the case may be, if that tool does the job, and if that's the tool that's in your price range, and if that's the tool you use and that's your experience, well, then so be it. You can talk about that tool. I may not agree with you because I've used much better tools and I know that there are better tools, but that doesn't mean some of these tools cannot do the job. They can do the job. It's just that there are better tools out there that can do the job much better efficiently, and they're much more fun to use. Yeah, right there what Robert said, tools with souls. I love almost all tools. Almost. Yeah, exactly, Foz. You just don't use it every day. So you may not need a Milwaukee. You may not need a Bosch or a Flex. Hercules may be just fine for you, and that's okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't care how they pronounce Ryobi. Don't care. I'll say it however the fuck I want to say it. Thank you, Foz. I appreciate it. I do. Yeah. Yeah, Denny, I hear you. I agree. You can love tools and do stuff with tools, buy tools, and be a tool nerd like me and not even be a tradesman at all. Of course you can. Yeah, just to let everybody know, I keep calling him Robert, I don't know why. Tools with Souls loves Makita, guys. He absolutely adores Makita. He thinks that they are the best thing out right now. Shurush, don't get me wrong, I'm not a taxes are needed, but over taxation. Yeah. If I told you what our property taxes were on a 3-bedroom ranch that has a finished basement, you would shit your pants how much we pay in property taxes a year here in Niagara Falls, New York, which is the armpit of New York. I don't live in Niagara Falls. I live in the town of Niagara, which is on the outskirts of Niagara Falls. But if you go in downtown Niagara Falls, it's bad. It's worse than going into downtown Buffalo. What up, Owen? Everyone left Tactics and came here. I feel bad. I didn't know Tactics was live. Josh Noor, the hater that will not be named. Just know you're doing a great job. Thank you, buddy. Hold on. Just because Sayer's here. Just because Sayer's in the chat. We're going to go get Sayer's favorite tool. Hold on. You guys ready? I got the proud Canadian Sayer's favorite tool. You ready? Can you hear the power coming? Look at this fucking thing. My hand is like triple the size of it. Let's see. What type of screws are in here? Oh, these are Phillips screws. No shit. Let's see. All right, it took it out. Or did it? I don't think it did. Oh, it took it out. All right, Sayer. It works for that. That's about it. Oh, okay. Thank you, Roosh. Tactics is in the algorithm. He has 200 people in there. I know. He's also got a way bigger channel, guys. He's got like 50,000 subs. I only got 8, so... Of course, the algo is going to favor him right now, and that's okay. I don't want to take away from Tactics at all. I'm not here to work against my friends. I'm here to work with them. What, this thing? You know what this thing reminds me of, guys? Sayer, you just wait. One day you will be thankful that you have that hard screw gun. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe if I had something more like what you got that's actually shaped like a screwdriver and you can hold like a screwdriver. This thing here, I got no joy in, bro. This thing is too small, too dinky, okay? Now, I used to have the Milwaukee brush screw gun. Now that was okay. That was okay because it was bigger for me because my hands are so big. I didn't mind using that. I sold that to somebody on Facebook Marketplace for like $50 with the batteries and the charger. But I bought it and I'm like, when am I ever going to need this? And I said, oh, I'm really never going to need it. So I got rid of it. But this thing here is just ridiculous in my eyes. Like, this, you guys ever watched the movie Men in Black? Let me know in the comments if you guys have ever watched the movie Men in Black with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. If you have, then this thing is like their little alien gun that shoots the aliens. It's like this tiny little gun, but it like blows it's like got the freaking power of like a 20-06 or something. But the only problem is this thing doesn't have no power. Which I get why it doesn't have power, but it's just ridiculous. I mean, how am I supposed to hold this like this? I mean, like, I just don't like the way it feels. I don't know. I'm under a dash a lot, Sayer. I mean, almost every day I'm under a dash. You know, I got to get inside there to get some of these cabin filters. Some of these cabin filters that are in cars now, like some of them are easy. They got easy compartments in the glove box you can just pull out. But some of them you got to take apart the whole dash to get to. Like in my Mercury Grand Marquis, I got to take apart the whole dash to replace my cabin filter, which is redunculous. I just did it like a month ago. I know, Derek, it is like that, but with absolutely... I'll tell you what, when that skill one dog walks this thing is junk, because I thought that skill one was junk until I used this thing, and I'd actually recommend that skill. If the skill and this were the only two electric screwdrivers on the face of the earth, I would all day long tell people to buy the skill. This isn't worth... This thing costs $27, guys. Do you think this is worth $27? I don't. I think it's worth like 10 at the most. And let's be honest. It's hard when stuff is pitted, Owen. Do you got a die grinder? Like a little handheld die grinder? Like this Milwaukee here? You got something like this? It can be an air tool too. It doesn't have to be battery. It can be pneumatic. Those work really good. But when the metal's pitted, you usually gotta like... It's just not good when metal's pitted. You should get one, Owen, because I was watching you last night by hand and using the brush there, which is good if the metal's not pitted and it's just light surface rust. But if you get one of them, I tell you what, go to Harbor Freight, get the Hercules right angle die grinder. I use it every day at work. It is an okay tool, but it's not meant for professional use every day wear and tear. I've beaten the shit out of mine. It's on its last legs. Matter of fact, I haven't even used it this week because I know it's going to break, so I've been bringing my Milwaukee with me to work. But get that. Get one of those at Harbor Freight. It's like $50, and you'll be knocking that shit off them railroad stakes like nothing. It will save you so much time. My dad had a 92 Grand Marquis with the 5.0. Yep, I got a 2004 Grand Marquis with the 5.0. Oh, no. 4.6. I'm sorry. 4.6. air die grinder or battery die grinder, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind the air die grinders. I got a couple of them at work. But what I do hate is, especially how Pep Boys is designed, there is no room in between the lifts. Like, they crammed so much shit in such a small, confined area so that they could have an extra lift, that getting in and out of the lifts, and then you got that air cord hooked up, it's always getting caught on stuff, and it's just a pain in the ass. I use the battery-powered ones all day long at work, and if the battery runs out, I got extra batteries in my toolbox, and it never stops me from working. And they are pretty powerful. They really, really are pretty powerful, and they do the job just fine. I haven't noticed that big of a difference in... Actually, I think I am quicker with the battery-powered ones because I'm not messing with an air hose all day long. I don't have to disconnect and go reconnect when I'm working on a car. I can just walk around the car, and if I got to go to another bay, 5 bays down, I can just walk down to that bay, do what I got to do. I don't have to mess around with air hoses. That's just my opinion, though, because of how the shop is set up at our place of work. Some other people, they may have a lot of room in between the bays, and then, yes, the air die grinder makes a lot more sense. But, bro, as being as big as I am, I have no room to maneuver between these bays. Especially if there's cars in other bays, it is a nightmare with an air hose. I think Steve Ott said, Steve Ott, Josh, what's your favorite drill and impact? Hold on, I think you asked another question, Steve, I want to add. Josh, what's your favorite drill and impact? Hold on, I'll get to that. I think you asked if I lived in the Buffalo area. I do. I live in Niagara Falls, New York, about 20 minutes from Buffalo, right down the old 90. What's my favorite impact? Wrench or driver? If it's impact driver, DCF 870, but that may be subject to change as soon as the Ridgid one comes out. Because, let's not be honest, Ridgid invented that thing, and I just think, I almost know that Ridgid is going to do a better job. But right now, it's the DCF 870 from DeWalt, and my favorite drill. That's a tough one. I got the Metabo Gen 2 hammer drill coming in here Thursday. I've heard a lot of great things about that, so I'm kind of stoked to be using that. It's between my two... Okay. My favorite full-size hammer drill, it is the DeWalt 1007 or the Flex Turbo. I got them even. And I may even give the Flex Turbo just that little slight extra because it is a little bit smaller, and that turbo button just makes it fun to use. You hear that thing, when you hit that turbo button and that thing ramps up, it is just fun to use. So those two are my favorite full-size drills. Hammer drills. My favorite compact drill is the Milwaukee 3602. Without a doubt, if they could fix it running a little bit hot when you've been using it a while, it would be perfect. But as we all know, every tool isn't perfect. That is definitely my favorite compact drill. And then my favorite 12-volt drill is the Milwaukee 12-volt 34... I can't remember the number, guys. Help me out. It's the Milwaukee, the newest gen Milwaukee hammer drill, M12. Those are my favorites. But that's not to say that other drills aren't great. Like, Ridgid is probably my most favorite part-time DIY tool. I mean, part-time professional tool. That's what I'm calling that now. I'm not calling it prosumer or any of that other dumb shit. My favorite part-time professional drill is, without a doubt, the Ridgid High Torque with that 4 amp hour EXP battery. It just makes that tool, oh my lord, a dream to use. It's very smooth. And it packs a little bit of a punch with that smoothness. I will. I did get it, Sayer. I did get it. It will be here Thursday. Me and Caleb Ross talked a little bit, and he's sending it to me. Gave me a good deal on it, so I pulled the trigger on it. He shipped it out today. And then maybe once I'm done with it, I'll send it out to Souls so that he can give his take on it. I'm buying fewer tools this year because I'm broke, bitch. It's okay. It's okay. You got more than enough to create content. But yeah, once I'm done with the Metabo, doing my content on it and giving it my stamp of approval and seeing where it stacks up with all the drills, I'll probably send that out to Souls, and I'll probably send him out a 4 amp hour power pack battery so that he can make some content on some of the newer stuff that's been coming out. Because why wouldn't I? The guy helped me out when I was getting started. That's what you do, right? You help the people that help you. You support the people that support you. And if you work together, you can each hit your goals much, much quicker instead of working against each other. That's always been my theory, whether it's with this channel, my bowling pro shops, or anything in life. That's exactly how it's supposed to be done. You're right, Jimmy. It's exactly how it's supposed to be done. You didn't hear me, Steve? You didn't hear my whole thing there? Which Metabo am I getting again? The Gen 2 36 volt hammer drill. I got the Gen 1. You guys are going to be real mad at me when I tell you how much I paid for this. This will make Sayer happy. So, I was in Baton Rouge. Okay, Jimmy, I was in Baton Rouge bowling the national tournament. Whenever I'm out of town, I go to the local Home Depot and Lowe's and just scour for deals, right? Because they're different everywhere across the country. So I was in this Lowe's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This was the only Metabo tool on display with the battery on it, okay? I went and got a manager because it looked like they were trying to get Metabo out of their store. For whatever the reason, they had no Metabo on display. I went and got the manager. I said, hey, you guys willing to sell that display model? He goes, nah, I really don't think so. I said, really? I said, you guys got no Metabo here on display. I mean, what good is it just sitting there, right? He goes, well, let me go check the computer. So he goes in his office. He comes back out about 10 minutes later. He goes, actually, yeah, I'll sell it to you. I go, well, how much? He goes, $39. I said, does that mean it comes with the battery? He goes, yeah, but we can't find the handle for it. So just or the charger. So it's just the tool and the battery. That's the 4/8 amp hour multi-volt battery. I said, sold. And I bought it. I've done some videos on it. Feels great in the hand, especially with my big hand. Just feels really good. It's very balanced. And I really hope the Gen 2 has the same exact ergonomics, just with more power. Oh, and there's another thing too. We got the Metabo tabless battery coming to test it out with too. Yeah. What do you think about that? So we're going to test it with the brand new, I forget what they call it. They call it Power something, but with their 8 amp hour tabless battery, 36 volts. Yeah, the Metabo does make good stuff. They're very front heavy. What type of battery did you have on it? Because I don't know, this just feels good to me. Hold on, let me go get... Let's get the flex. You hear that? That's why I love this thing. I don't know. This just feels better than the flex. But that freaking button, listen to this, guys. Listen. See that? See that says turbo there? See that? It's on. Let's turn it off. All right. Now we want to give it some gas, right? That's just nuts. That's why I love this thing. I love this thing. And everybody was bitching about this thing when it first came out. Oh, it's too heavy. It's too big. Well, I'm going to fucking tell you here, Susie. It isn't that big. It just isn't. It's actually one of the more compacty type hammer drills out there. The 1007 is bigger and heavier, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that Metabo is definitely longer, and I just had both of them in my hand. It was not that big of a weight difference. Yeah, T-Power. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I knew it was power something. Yeah. I got one of those coming in, Sarah. Because I wanted to test it with its battery. Because up until that just came out a few months ago, too. Because I remember I reported that on this channel. Nobody else had reported it. And I found it. Because me and all the guys were talking about, like, man, I wish Metabo would upgrade their freaking batteries, man. Right? I wish they would upgrade. And then I made a whole video on it. And then literally the next day, I was just screwing around on Acme's website or Ohio Power Tool, one of those two. And boom, there it was. And I'm all like, no shit. That was crazy. It was like I asked for it and I received it. You paid $280 for that battery? I paid $199. You got ripped off, Sayer. Oh, wait a minute. Is Canadian money still worth less than US money? I don't know. I haven't been. You can tell how much I watch the news. I stopped watching the news 5-6 years ago. Oh, while you guys are all in here, if anybody has a DCD 800 that they would be willing to lend me so I can put it up against the 801, let me know. As I said, lend. I would definitely ship it back. And if anybody's out there wanting to sell their flex rear handle circular saw, I would be interested in that too, because that's the last saw I need to do my long format rear handle circular saw video. Although I can probably borrow one from Pat's. Oh, you got one, Pat? Maybe I'll borrow that too. Oh, you got the 800 souls? Okay. Well, we can talk. No, flex stays in the trophy case. Only use the compact drill and impact. I like them a lot. And the one-handed recip, as you guys have saw these last couple of videos I've done, is awesome. It's probably the best one-hand recip saw on the market. It'd be better than what you were doing, Owen. Yeah, the Dremel would be better than what you were doing. It may not be powerful enough, but it will definitely be better. But you're probably going to get... The best tool for that job is probably a right angle die grinder, whether it's pneumatic or battery powered. But it would definitely be better than sanding it by hand with sandpaper and a brush. Josh is the market. This is marketplace here. Of course it is, man. You guys want to see content, right? Listen, the DCD 800 isn't at a low enough price for me to go buy it just to compare it to the 801. It isn't there yet, and it probably won't be there for a little bit. What up, Eddie? Cool. You're alive too. Yeah, we've been just talking here. We were talking about fans until we were rudely interrupted by the Den of Fools saying he was going to sue me again. But we don't know if it was actually the Den of Fools or if it was a troll acting like it was the Den of Fools. So I hope it was the latter. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, Owen, do all that stuff. Just do you, buddy. Do you. Start making, it's all you can do is start making content and just start getting stuff out there, and then you'll find out what works and what doesn't for you. That's what I did. All right, Eddie, man. See you later. Maybe I'll pop over after I'm done here. Thanks, brother. If y'all don't know, True Alkalite over there, Eddie, he goes live a lot. He does this thing called 15-second reviews. It's fun. It's funny. He's a pretty good guy. If y'all don't know, go give him a like and a subscribe. Help him out a little. Yeah, I agree, Souls. I'd say the Ridgid subcompact is better than the Flex compact. They're pretty similar in power, especially if you got that tabless battery on the Ridgid. They're pretty similar in power, but the Ridgid just feels much better than that Flex. And the Flex is a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier, but I don't mind that type of stuff, but I know people do. Yeah, Apache, you got to get some Ridgid tools, dude. I've always loved Ridgid tools. Always. It started with my half-inch anvil 4-mode impact wrench. I bought that off a crackhead. I think he stole it, and then he was just going shop to shop with certain tools, and that was the only thing he had left. And I looked at him, I said, how much? It had the battery and the charger. He goes, $120. I said, dude, I'll give you a $100 bill for it. And he took the $100 bill, and I've had it ever since, and it's my go-to at work. Go-to. All right, Derek, thanks for popping in, man. Have a good night. Apache has his Flex in a cave for insurance. I don't know how much insurance that is. We all know tools devalue after the first time you use them. As soon as they walk out of the store, they lose 75% of their value. Unless it's Milwaukee. Don't leave Flex, we need you. You can have Flex and you can have other tools. How about this? Flex doesn't make the best of everything. Neither does Ridgid. But they sure as shit got some tools that are really freaking awesome. I mean, I know you are. I tell you what. It's really cool you guys lend tools to each other, but honestly, I love using my DeWalt FlexVolt 7¼ circular saw so much that I would bet they will pry it from my fingers when my time comes. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, because look at what I have here. Is that the one you're talking about? Because if it is a great saw. It is a great saw. Probably the best sidewinder on the market. I got to get the Flex rear handle, and I got to get the DeWalt Flex Volt rear handle, and then I can do that big video. What up, Kansas? You missed all the fun, dude. You missed the threats, and we were talking about fans and stuff, and then got rudely interrupted by somebody wanting to sue me. What else is new? And then somehow we started talking about this thing. Yep. You get the Chief one at Harbor Freight. Get the Chief at Harbor Freight. Those are the best ones at Harbor Freight. Oh, Tactics is here. Yo, Tactics. This is your dream drill. It's perfect for all your electrical uses. Shipping to Midwest kills any chance for me to make any money. Yeah, shipping rates have gone crazy. Needs a belt clip? What do you need a belt clip for? You can put this in your pocket, bro. Like, look. It ain't need no belt clip. You put it in your pocket. And I didn't know you were live, Tactics. Otherwise, I wouldn't have went live. I'm sorry. If you ship to me Apache, I won't even charge you. Oh, somebody asked a question. Hold on. Patel, DCF, you means DCD 1007? What is your take on it? The one of, if not the best, full-size hammer drill on the market. It's a good one. If you want to see more, I got plenty of videos on it. Yeah, you could do that, Jamie. Put it on a chain around your neck. Juan, you're jumping the Cobalt bang wagon? What bang wagon are you going to? Bauer brushed? Is that the next step down? Oh, shit. Or are you going to go with Hart? Let's talk about Hart for a minute and how much of a ripoff Hart is. They are so not saving you any money by selling you shitty, regurgitated Ryobi or whatever tools from TTI, okay? Their brushless hammer drill with a 1.5 amp hour battery and some shitty charger that just slides on top of the battery, they wanted $170 for. Why would you do that? You could get a Ryobi, you could get the brand new Ryobi Gen 2 hammer drill with a tabless battery and a nice charger for like $159 or something. Why would you ever buy a Hart tool? It makes no sense. He's leaving the bandwagon and jumping on the bandwagon. He's going the Ryobi brushed and Bauer. Oh boy, that's a great tandem he's going to. One has gone TikTok shop. Wow. Jacob Butler. Hyper Tough is better price and performance. Okay, I'll take your word for it because I was looking at their stuff yesterday, but I don't know, it just seems really cheap. Frickin' Juan's jumping on the man wagon. The man wagon. He's getting into XGT Makita stuff. It's Monday and we need 4 days until the weekends. I hear that. Bauer is the same level as Ridgid. Just watch my videos and I'll show you. Man wagon. Wagon XGT. That's right. That's the man wagon. That's the meat wagon. We're going to start calling Makita XGT the meat wagon. When you're retired, every day is the weekend. I can't wait for that day. I'll tell you that right now. I am so sick and tired of working every day. Yeah, how old was that tool, Apache? Like 15 years ago? AliExpress? Oh, man. Don't even get me started on AliExpress. Yeah, it's $200 for a bare tool for some stupid impact driver. No, you don't. You don't want one tactic. Stop it. Oh, by the way, remember those ratcheting cobalt wrenches I got for dirt cheap? They're not that good. They're okay for home use, but they skip a little bit. Like when you're trying the ratchet, you can feel it skip a little bit. That's what I thought. So almost 10 years. Sayer, I am retired and still work well because it's an excuse to stay alive. And bingo money. You must really like your bingo, huh? I'll still stand by my 36-volt Makita 7 1/4. I've actually heard that wasn't too bad, but there's just something about Makita saws, like, and their outdoor power equipment. It just looks weird to me. It feels weird. It looks like it's like a toy, like something that you got at KB Toys back in the day. Oh, stop it, Souls. You do not. Stop it. You got all of us. We all depend on you. So that's a reason to wake up every day. Bingo is code for travel and tool. Gotcha. I still want the Makita 40-volt beam saw. I am man enough to say it. Kansas, aren't you the one that you and Souls were in Home Depot and you picked up a Makita saw and you said, does this make me look fat? Well, you may have to ask yourself that question again. .36-volt Metabo HPT Gen 1 or stud 7 1/4. Oh, now my light's dying on me. It's all right. We don't need it anyways. That's a man saw. I'll buy it just to prove it. All right. All right. Wait a minute, Sayer, you got that obnoxiously huge circular saw that Makita just came out with? The thing that can cut through like 6x6s that they say with no problem, one pass? Is that the saw you're talking about? Does this make me gay? He's going to use it to attract men. Fricking Kansas. Nice. Yeah, ever since I bought that Makita 40-volt drill and impact XGT shit, I don't think I'll ever be buying another Makita. Unless it's a super good deal and I feel like I can make good content with it. But I do not plan on ever using that shit ever. Nice. Well, I will say it does look fun to use. But we'll see how it works. that 10 1/4 circular saw. I'm not gonna lie, when you see something like that, you're like, holy cow, that's cool, right? Then you see that teal color and you're like, yeah, but is it really gonna do what they say it can do? That's the problem with me. And I don't know if I want to waste $1,000 on something like that when I can just flip the 6x6 around and make a second pass. Miss Kita and good content? Yeah, you get all the trolls out. You get all the fanboys out, souls. If it's teal, your husband makes you squeal. Wee. Like a pig, by the way. Thank you, Juan. Didn't Hercules come out with like a... Maybe I'm out of my element here because I've never used a beam saw. Okay? But didn't they just come out with like a beam saw attachment you can hook up to your circular saw? It kind of looks like a chainsaw thing. I'm pretty sure I saw that in the store the other day. I was very tempted to buy it and test it, but they wanted like $80 or something for it, and I thought that was a little pricey for something in Harbor Freight. That wasn't even a tool, it was like an attachment. Hercules made a Timo chainsaw attachment. Yeah. For their crap tools. Yeah. Yes, they actually work. All right. Maybe we'll go pick that up while I get a Bauer brush tool. Steve, I got something new today. That's cool, Steve. The chainsaw thing is rough and also flexes when cutting. Okay. Hercules was made by John Hercules. Stop, Apache. This isn't the den of tools where everybody's going to believe that. We all know that ain't true. He still manufactures the tools today. Okay, so they don't really work all that good. Okay, those attachments for your circular saw. He made a deal with Harbor Freight to never tell people that they carry all Chinese products except John Hercules. Who thinks me and Sayer should do a thing where he has the bear avatar and I have like a Sasquatch avatar, and we go at it and make like a dual video content type of a thing? I think that would be hilarious. The chainsaw beam saws are only as good as the bar. Junk bars make junk cuts. I've seen some that are good though. All right. And had American cheese in his pocket. Jesus. Yeah, go at it. Let your imagination run wild, Jamie. It would be funny. Yes, it would. What we need is a Resi hack electrician to come defend Hercules. That's another guy, but I let him go because it was not worth my time to argue with that psychopath. And I wasn't even trying to argue with him. That's the whole thing. I was just trying to have a conversation with him. Honestly, I really was. I was just trying to have a conversation with that man. And it took literally one comment for him to lose his shit on me. So I don't know what happened to him in his life, but I hope he can find peace. Let's not forget Bobby Bauer and William Warrior, two of the greatest revolution. Shut up, Kansas. No, I mean like go at it like going back and forth, making like a spoof video. Yeah, I know Souls. He was talking up the DCD 806 or the 801. I can't remember which one, but it doesn't matter because they're kind of the same thing. And he was saying that this was the best compact drill on the market. And all I said in his comment section was, is that your opinion or is that fact? Question mark. He replied back, well, it's number one on Torque Test channel, blah, blah, blah. And then I replied back, I like Torque Test channel. I think what they do is cool. It's fun to watch. I am a subscriber of them, and it's just really cool and kind of shows you some of the science behind these tools. They pop them open. They do some cool stuff. But the problem with Torque Test channel is they don't use these tools. They don't test them like real life situations. They hook them up to machines and meters, and that's cool. So I don't know how much weight being on Torque Test Channel's #1 list is. And then I gave him my reasons why I thought that drill was kind of shitty and that the previous models were better. It was literally not meant to throw any shade at him. It was just meant to kind of have a tool conversation with somebody else who has the same tool I did. Okay, and the guy lost his mind. Called me a troll, timed me out, blocked me, did whatever he did, right? And then he went live talking all kinds of shit about me. And I'm all like, are people insane? Like, are they just literally insane? Do they read every comment as, do they not know how to properly read? Like, if I was yelling, I would have put it in capital letters. I don't know. Like, oh my God. Like, some people in this country, man. I'll take Torque Test channel more seriously the minute I see a machine in the field. Yeah, that's my point. Exactly. But let's make sure that the people understand that Pittsburgh tools are made in the heart of Pittsburgh with United States steel. Oh, God. Or, yeah, I don't even watch Project Farm, guys. And I'm going to tell you, he may make some good stuff. He may not make some good stuff. He may do some cool stuff. But I cannot get over. I just cannot get over that guy. You ready? We did the flex. 3 seconds later, the flex. The flex. The Metabo HBT. The Metabo HBT. The flex. Like, he must say the company's name like 180 times in that annoying ass voice. It drives me crazy. Like, we know you're talking about the flex hammer drill. You don't have to repeat it every 2 fucking seconds. Golly. If I have to watch that's how you torture me. You strap me down in a chair and just have his channel running nonstop. I would try to kill myself. Seriously. That's how annoying I think that guy is. Yeah, or that. I'm sorry, I even forgot about that. We're gonna test that. Oh, we're testing that. Oh, we're just sitting here watching you for the last hour, thinking that you're just fucking around not testing these things. Like, oh. And he says it in that high pitch, uppity, fucking fake happy voice. Ugh. Them type of people, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me, those type of people. I try to say Metabo as much as I can. I want free tools, saves me money. Yeah, I hear you. Listen, I'd rather somebody be a miserable cocksucker. Because at least I know that's them being them. You know what I mean? Give me your true, genuine self. I don't want to know the fake you. I don't. I know he does, Pat. I know he does. I don't know, Sarah. I've watched a few of your videos. You don't say the tool name nearly as much as he does, brother. You just don't. You don't. He is like overboard with it, bro. Kansas, that was Torque Test Channel, and they admitted that I was right. What, did somebody call out Souls or something, and then they found out he was right? Like, Torque Test Channel, like, he tells everybody that the new DeWalt impact wrench, the 1/2 inch, is like the strongest one out on the market. But what he doesn't tell you is that they're miserable to use. I got the freaking 900 sitting over there. You know how many times I've used it? Like 3 while I was reviewing it, and I hated it. I hate the ramp up. I hate it. I think they're torpedo-y type heavy, like they're very heavy this way or that way. They're not balanced good. I don't like them. But because you can hook it up to a freaking machine and tell you how much power it's putting out, all of a sudden that tool's number 1. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. I watch the stuff. I admit it. I watch his stuff. I do. I think it's cool. But when other channels use that as a bar and they don't test the tool and they just say, this tool's the best because Torque Test Channel said so. I mean, I don't agree with that. I just don't. And people may not agree with how I test. Fine. But whenever somebody's trying to have a conversation with me in my comments, who's not being a dick, by the way. Like, you can tell when somebody's trying to be a dick and goat you and all that and poke you a little bit. People that are truly trying to have a little debate and ask questions, you can tell. I talked to him. Sayer didn't like the way I did this shitty tool. That's fine. That's his opinion, right? That's his opinion, and he's got the rights to have that opinion. But also, he didn't say stupid shit either. He didn't say nasty things or stuff like that. It's when people start getting nasty where I just can't. Peace, see you later. You know what I mean? Ridgid makes a glue gun? Don't know that. 99% of the people don't know that. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know Ridgid made a glue gun. So I guess I'm part of one of them 99%. I honestly did not know that. I really don't pay attention to them kind of tools, though. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't pay attention to them. Maybe I should. It's a game changer. I mean, it's a glue gun, right? How good can a glue gun be? You know what I mean? Like, these guys, they say such stupid shit. Have you guys noticed in my long format videos, I'll put like game changer, this, that, whatever. And then at the bottom of it, I'll put like, did I go too far? Did you, Souls? I missed that one. Of course, if you do, of course. But that's also a very niche, that's like, I don't need a glue gun. I've never once needed a glue gun. So I don't even bother looking for that stuff. Maybe I should, but I don't think it would get views either. I'm going to be honest with you. If I went and bought 3 glue guns and I made a 10-minute video on 3, 4, 5 different glue guns, and they all look doing this, they're pretty much all doing the same exact thing. I don't know. It's going to be a complete waste of my time and money because I bought the tools, I spent all the time making the video, editing the video, and then putting the video up. And if it gets 3 fucking views, it's just not worth it to me. I feel that way about M12 tools because to me, they just don't feel right to me. I know people who love them. In the end, you have to use what gets you your results. Yeah, see, now I love the M12 tools because I got a huge hand, right? So anybody else's 12-volt shit, I hate. It's too small. Just like this thing. Even though it's an electric screwdriver, this is horribly designed. This is probably the worst tool I've ever held. This thing. See you, Pat. What 21 degree? Which one are we talking about? Really? Tactics? My Ridgid nailer back there has a recall? Really? Not that I know of. I've been using the shit out of that too. That one right there. I also got the M12 nailers, and I got that Bosch nailer right there. Those are the nailers I got. I did have the Cobalt 18 gauge brad nailer. Hated that thing. It was like $100 or something. It was like super deal, but it was so bad that I don't care. It was not worth the $100 I paid for it. Took it back. I could not use the 40. Yeah, I know. When I had the 40 volt impact driver, it was not that ergonomically good, and that's what they're known for, right? That's what everybody says. Well, it feels so good. And I'm going to be honest with you, all them electronics on that impact driver, it's just like overkill. Like, who needs all that? I don't know, call me old school. I just like leaving it in its height most of the time now, guys. Most of the time. I like leaving the tool in its highest setting, and I like using the trigger. That's just me. That's just me. Some people like using the clutch, and I do use the clutch once in a while. But I like feathering that trigger. That's just me. That's what I feel comfortable with. JT, what nailers? The Ridgid one? Or the Bosch? Or the Milwaukee? Or the M12 ones I got? Which one? They're all good. Cobalt one, not so much. Don't buy Cobalt nailers. What should you do if you're scared of women? I don't know if this is a therapy session here, bud. Cat God, 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? Really, Tactics? They're shooting nails without the safety pushed. Huh. Well, I can tell you I've used it quite a bit, and I haven't noticed that. But I'll look into it. Yep, the pneumatic Ridgids are nice too. Cat God, buy Makita and you'll never talk to a woman again. Fucking guy. Yeah, JT, I like the Ridgid one. I did a video about a month and a half ago on the Ridgid and the Cobalt and the M12 and the Bosch. I mean, they shoot the nail. I thought the Ridgid was very consistent. Like, you know, every once in a while you'll get a nail that's sunk in too much or it sticks up a little bit. That was the Cobalt. Or it wouldn't fire. That was the Cobalt, but not the Ridgid. The Ridgid, I thought, is very smooth, very consistent. Very smooth, very consistent. I don't know about this recall, but I'll look into it tomorrow. I got a little bit too big of a battery in here because I just had it sitting up there in the tool thing. But yeah, it's got bump mode, and it's got single fire mode, okay? It's just nice. Let's see, I got some wood here. Let's see. Smooth. There, let's see. Can you guys see the 2x4? There it is. See? They're all very consistent. I love it. And I got it on a deal. You bought the nailer and you got the 4 amp hour battery and charger for free. But it was the last one, and the package was all like duct taped up on it, like the box. And I said to the guy, I said, was that a return? He goes, probably. I said, well, what are you going to do for me? Well, what he did was knock it down to $100, and I still got the battery and the charger. So I got the 4 amp hour battery and charger and that nailer for $100. Can't complain. Oh, only their framing nailers? I don't have a framing nailer. I've been waiting for them to go on sale. Because if we're going to build our house in Tennessee, I'm definitely going to need a framing nailer. But they're so damn expensive, I am just waiting for that right time, that maybe one will go on clearance. Maybe I can find one for a penny. I've been trying to find these penny deals. It is hard finding a penny deal. Souls is the man, when he found that Milwaukee one for a penny. I wish I knew about that back then. I even questioned Souls on that. Because I was looking for one at the time. And this is before me and Robert really knew each other, right? And I'm all like, he showed the receipt and everything. And I put in the comments, there's no way this is true. There is absolutely no way this is true. A $400 nailer for a penny. And sure as shit, it was. And that's kind of how me and Soul started talking, because I sent him a message on TikTok. And then, you know, the rest is history. Hey, I have one for Big Josh. Just have to see if Jamie approves. What do you have for Big Josh? Oh, a framing nailer? Yeah, let me know. Yeah, because I've been in the market for one, but I've just been waiting for them to go on sale. And not like $20 on sale. I mean like a deal you can't pass up type of a thing. I've been trying to be patient, but the last year or so, it just hasn't, they haven't been on sale. Nice. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. Nice. The 21-degree Metabo HPT. Awesome. Nice. I will say, what was I going to say? Oh, Caleb Ross was selling his 21-degree Metabo framing nailer. But he kind of had it all in a package deal with other tools that he didn't want to break up, and I already had like 3 of the other tools that he had in that package deal, so I passed up on it and I ended up getting the Gen 2 Metabo hammer drill instead. But thank you guys, I appreciate that. I'll pay for the shipping, Apache. I get good rates, Apache, through my business. Like when I sent Diligent Dave them tools out to Las Vegas, he was all worried that it was going to cost like $50 or $60 to ship, because I'm in New York on the other side of the country. And I said, no, it'll be fine. I think it ended up costing like $9 or something to ship them tools. So it may not be $9, but it'll probably be in that wherever, $5 to $15 range. I don't know if you can get them cheaper than that. If you can, let me know. Oh, there's Caleb. What up? I'm about to fall asleep over here. Go to bed, Caleb. Yeah, email me, Apache. Email me. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Your headache is coming back. Why do you have... I'm going to be honest with you, Tactics. I've heard you talk about your mold issue and all that type of stuff. Is that why you keep having headaches like this, or is it something else? All right, sounds good, Apache. Thank you. If I owe you anything, let me know. We'll make it happen. Anyone else read Tactics' message about a dick headache? Yeah, I know. I just said something about it. He's getting hard thinking about doing. Honestly, if you guys are in the market for a fan, this is the fan to get. Because watch this. Let me just do one of these. Yo, Caleb, you gotta review one of these. You're the fan guy. You gotta review one of these bad boys. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like this fan out there. It's got the adjustable rafter hook here, or in case your 2x4 ain't quite a 2x4, it adjusts. I just think it's cool, and it blows out some air. Yeah, I don't have a narrow crown stapler either. I'm telling you, Caleb, this fan's nice, dude. It's compact, and it puts out some power, and it's quiet. It's not loud. I almost got the full-size Ridgid fan because they had it for $99 with a 4-amp-hour battery and charger. I just thought that was a really good deal. The battery alone's $100. Great. I just blew something into my eye. See why I wear these things while I'm talking to you guys? Because I never know what I'm going to be, doing with you while I'm live. I just got freaking sawdust in my eye from blowing that fan. What can they do for that, Tactics? Like, is there anything that they can do, or are they just kind of like, you just got to deal with it? The half-inch M12 stubby on Heck today for $120. That's nice. Like the real stubby? Like the one that's hanging up right there? Yeah. Just got strippers down here in the basement. In my mom's basement. That's what we got. Strippers in my mom's basement while the Den of Fools sues me. That's my life right there. Oh, you got the new gen. Oh, the smaller one, 250 inch-pounds. Or 250 foot-pounds of torque. I don't know how much I'm going to like that one. I think that one right there was just fine the way they had it. They got that 1/4-inch anvil one that's only 100 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque. But I'm going to be honest with you, the smaller they get tools, the more I hate them. I thought that one right there was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. Probably one of the best tools I own. And I got two of them. I got one here for home, and I got one at work that's actually kind of all disgusting and greased up. Naturally detox takes about 2 years. Well, just keep chugging through, Tactics. Just keep chugging through. Oh yeah, the original Gen 1. I had that one. I had the rubber boot that went with it too, and I used that at work. But then that one came out, and I got that one, and I was so impressed with that one that I sold the original Gen 1 to somebody on Marketplace. I ended up actually getting my money back for that. I broke even on that right there, which is very, very rare. This is my favorite part of this tool right here. You put it in the neutral position, boom, hands free. While I'm under a car, you know, doing whatever I'm doing, right? I usually got something else in my hand, or I don't want to be fucking with speed selectors. This right here, I already know what speed it's on. Boom, boom. Go to town. This is probably one of the best tools that's been made in the last little bit here. This is probably the only tool that Milwaukee makes that is better than everybody else's. This one right here. That's how much I love this. I cannot tell you enough. If you use impact wrenches on the daily, this is definitely a buy. Bearded Tool guys in the comments have mine on order from Text Choice coming in 2 weeks, but it's going to have to be at the Cobalt 3/8 stubby by a whole lot. Yeah. I do a fair amount of electrical work, not every day, but I think I'm going to try the M12 little subcompact impact. Not the drill, just the impact. I'll probably return it, but I'm going to be honest with you, you might as well just get the kit with the drill and the impact, because you're going to spend the same amount of money if you just buy the impact. You might as well just get the kit with the battery, 2 batteries and the charger, and both tools for $149. Because I think them separately in kits are like the same price, $149. You might as well just get the kit with both tools and just see how horrible that drill is. That drill is god awful. Oh, and the impact that you're talking about, Apache, if you go to my posts on my channel, you'll see that the trigger fell off of mine. So I took it back one time because the chuck broke on the drill. Got a new one, brought it back home. I gave it to my niece when she was helping me with my projects, right? She was using it down here with me, and the fucking trigger fell off of it. I got a picture of it laying there. Yeah, the 870 is great. The 870 is the bee's knees. It's quieter than that M12. It has more power than that M12, and I just think it's better made than that M12 subcompact. Yeah, Apache did not have any luck with that combo. It broke twice, triggers falling off, chucks breaking, and a 17-year-old was using it, helping me build a tiny little end table for her bedroom. She wanted furniture for her bedroom. So I said, well, we're not buying it, we're building it. So we did some of these projects over a couple of weeks, and we were putting the table together, and she was doing her thing, and the fucking trigger fell right off the damn thing. I said, we're done with this, honey. Took it back, got my money back, and I ended up getting her a Ridgid subcompact kit. The drill and the subcompact impact driver. How is the Ridgid fan versus the 12? Well, Denny, the 12-volt skill is actually a 20-volt, too. I didn't even get to show you that. So it's got a 12-volt battery on it, right? It's only got 2 speeds, high and low. That's a 12-volt, right? This is a 20-volt power core battery. You can hear it's got more power, too, and it blows more air with 20 volts. So I always use this with the 20 volt battery. But I'm going to tell you right now, hands down, pay the extra 20 bucks for this. It's way better. Way better. More power. It like if you see, look, it's actually smaller when you got it all compacted down. Okay? So for transportation and taking up room in your toolbox or whatever, it is actually a little bit smaller. I would say get this. Spend the extra $20 and get this. This isn't bad if you're in the Skill batteries. This ain't bad. But I definitely choose the Ridgid over this. Even though this is cheaper. I choose that Ridgid all day long. I need to get the Ridgid fan and bonding primer. So since I need the bonding primer, I'll get the fan too. See how that works out, Apache? Yeah, I wanted the Ridgid jigsaw. They had it on sale for like $99. And I said, I really don't got the extra cash this week. I'll get it next week, right? Because the sale was going on for like another month. I came in the next week, dude. They jacked up the price to $129. I even went and got some. I'm like, dude, that's supposed to be $99 until May, whatever, right? They're like, no, it's $129. Okay, whatever. So I didn't buy it at that location. I went to another location. Guess what? They were honest and had it still there for $99. But I was so pissed off that I didn't end up buying it. Going to build a house, you're going to need an air coil framing nailer, 200 to 300 nails at a time and no stopping. Yep. I mean, I'm not looking to buy a house. I mean, I'm not looking to build a house quickly. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna take a few years to do what we want to do. Yes, the D handle. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a big jigsaw fan. Maybe it's because I don't know how to use it that good. But I don't know. Every time I put different blades on it with different combinations of the settings on the jigsaw, I don't know. I just don't like how the cut ever comes out. I just don't like it. But when I do have to use it, I use it, and I got the M12 jigsaw. It's got pretty good power for a little 12-volt tool. You know, I'm not doing these big projects, but yeah, I was looking at that Ridgid D handle, but I didn't end up getting it. I'm kind of waiting for the Flex barrel grip to go on sale because that thing looks like a beast. I want to get the barrel grip Flex, the one that Tactics was using on the metal and making the metal look like a bitch. That's the one I want to get. I like the barrel grip one because I don't know, I just think you can hold it better and be more maneuverable. Don't get me wrong, the D handle ones work too, but I just think you got a little bit better overall grip of the tool with the barrel grip. We are building with Metabo HPT cordless nailers every day, no problems. Yeah, yep, I agree. I agree. If you don't need pneumatic, I tried pneumatic. I bought Metabo pneumatic nailer with a stupid air compressor, and the thing literally shot out wet farts. I had to take all that back too. I was so pissed. I was going to do a whole video, pneumatic versus battery. You know, I was going to do this whole cool thing. As Souls, I had him on the phone and shit. We're trying to figure out why the damn thing wouldn't shoot nails. Finally, I had given up and I took it back. It was a Project Source air compressor though, so it could have been the freaking air compressor. But on the box of the air compressor, it said it could go up to an 18 gauge pneumatic nailer with it. So that's why I bought it, because I wasn't looking to spend a whole lot of money. And then I ended up getting the Flex Volt compressor, and then Tactics told me that that thing's junk, that the tank leaks or something on it, and I was going to have issues with it. So far, I haven't had any issues, but I like check it all the time because I'm worried it's going to take a shit on me. What did Soul say? Tactics. The M18 barrel grip is one of Shaq says is too big for his hand. I don't know. I like the bigger ones though, guys. Me and Shaq kind of have the same size hand. Don't get me into measuring toes tonight, because we all know Soul's cheated measuring his toe last week. We all know he cheated. Flex has the new metal cutting circ saw coming out next month for 302. Yep, they do. You won't be seeing me buy that. I don't cut too much of metal, and if I do gotta cut metal, I just take out the old grinder. All right, Danny, man, have a good night. Yeah, I know, JT. I want that frickin' flex barrel grip. I do. It's a little expensive, and I'm waiting for it to go on sale. Out of all of the tools that Flex has been having on sale lately, that's one of the ones that ain't. I just got the Ridgid 18 gauge nailer, bandsaw, subcompact 6.5 saw, caulk gun, brushless grinder. Next round is more batteries, fan, and the bonding primer. That's a good haul right there, though, Apache. The 18 gauge nailer is beautiful. I just showed it. It's beautiful. It's very consistent, very smooth. It doesn't give you a horrible kickback. It's nice. I was getting Flex D-handle jigsaws for 41, bandsaw for 62. Geez, I wish I would have known. I would have fucking bought one of each. One, you always measure the base. Every man knows that. Yeah, but let's be honest. Let's be honest, Robert. You went a little bit past the base. Let's just be honest. You want to see my big hammer? I don't know what you mean by that. You may want to specify a little bit more. You mean the hammer right there? Or like the big hammer that sways between my legs every day? I don't know if you're trying to be funny or if you actually want to see my Milwaukee hammer right there. I shaved mine, so now it's ready. Oh, fuck. You guys are crazy. Tyler wants you to continue on Grinder. That's funny. That's what I thought. Just because you shave your left hand doesn't make it more of a stranger. Yep. The big hammer, you know, bud? The big 32 ounce. I don't have a 32 ounce hammer. I think the one I got right there, that's the biggest one I got, I think that's 20 ounces. That's all I need for around the house. I'm not up there roofing or, framing. I'm not doing anything like that. So that's the hammer I got. It was on sale. I bought it. My hand was so drunk last night, I actually stood a chance. Oh, you rocking the 12? No, not rocking the 12. The 20. Bauer, your tweezers drunk? 22 ounce East Wing, the only hammer you need. This may be a 19 now that I think about it. Look at that. I put that on my head when I take the dogs for a walk at night. Yeah, what do you think about that, tough guys, huh? Blind you a little bit. It's a 19. It's a 19. It's my hammer. Call me a pussy. That's all I need, though. Just wish Flex would release more tools like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Don't we all, Eric? Don't we all? There you go, souls. I also have the 28-ounce Milwaukee. I don't use it much, though. Yeah, I mean, I know, but there ain't too many times I'm really hammering a lot. When I do, it's a little bit used up, but there ain't too many times I'm hammering on something. But when I do, it works. Yeah, Milwaukee owns Stiletto, don't they? I think I asked that question a couple of weeks ago in your live. I'm pretty sure Milwaukee and Stiletto are like in bed somehow. Oh, they bought the name? Okay. Yeah. To be honest, Milwaukee M12 is awesome for automotive. Their ratchets have similar footprints. Yeah, I love Milwaukee stuff for automotive. I just do. I hate DeWalt ratchets. I hate DeWalt impact wrenches. I hate them with a passion. DeWalt doesn't have tire buffers. DeWalt doesn't, I got an M12 tire buffer for doing patch jobs on tires. It works fucking phenomenal. It's so good. They just don't have them type of specialty tools. That's why I choose Milwaukee for at work, not DeWalt. You make me want to sell everything and go orange. I know. Let's go. Let's start the orange revolution. Let's go. Because, according to the Den of Fools, Ridgid's has been going out of business for like 22 years. What's going on with Ridgid? You don't see none of their tools in the store. You don't hear anything. They don't have enough tools and their warranty sucks. That's all you hear from that fat slob. I hope his lawyer got that one. Did you get that? You want me to say it again, lawyer? Keep going. Jesus, how do you guys sit here and listen to me for 2 hours? Let's see. We're over 2 hours. We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes. You did, souls. You did. We're just trying to keep it, we're trying to expand it more and more. In your name, in honor of you. We got to come up with a cool, I will say though, guys, don't buy the Ridgid oscillating spindle sander and belt sander. I was very disappointed. But that's about it. That's about it. Everything else I've bought from Ridgid has been good. But that belt and spindle sander, I don't even know why Ridgid has its name on it. Delta did a shitty effing job building that. It's got it's just horrible. Everything about it is horrible. The old one is great, Big Josh. Get the old model. I do have the old model. I do. I do have the old model. It's the bigger one. Yeah, I do have the old model. We ain't listening, that's how. Yes, we are a bunch of degenerates. I agree. Oh boy. Who's deleting who blocked Kansas? Let me guess. Juan blocked Kansas? What is Ridgid missing? Nothing. They got table saws. They got miter saws. They got spindle sanders, belt sanders. They got lunchbox style planers. They got handheld planers. They got all your common tools, drills, impacts, rotary hammers, ratchet, right angle impact stick. They got everything. So when he says that shit, he don't have a clue. They started putting the prior oscillating belt sander back in the stores with the LSA, but it supposedly had poor dust collection. It does have very poor dust collection, and it's very poorly made. But that's not Ridgid. That's Delta makes them. So Delta made a shitty tool, and I don't know if Ridgid was aware or not, but they put their name on it, and I fucking hate the thing. It is wobbly. It's just not, it's just got a lot of flaws. The table has a lot of play. It's just not good if you're doing precise work. But that's about it. Honestly, that's about it that I can think of. So that's more or less a compliment, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I was going to buy the 12-inch Ridgid sliding miter saw. I had it in the cart. I was going back and forth between that one and the FlexVolt cordless one. I had each one in the cart like 6 times. I couldn't make up my mind. So I got Souls on the phone, and me and him talked about it, and he told me to go with the FlexVolt, and I've been happy with that. But I bet you I would have been just as happy with the Ridgid one. Oh, the one I got's the new one? I think it does only have the 5-year warranty, but the new one looks like it's a lot smaller, because the new one was in the store next to this one. It was more money, it was smaller, and yeah. I think I got the old one. I do. I know, you got the nice Ridgid miter saw. I can't buy it. Okay, so the older one is more expensive. Son of a bitch. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the box and everything, it looks like an older logo than what you're used to with Ridgid. Well, regardless, it sucks. Yeah, I hear you, Ted. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, we're all in the orange cult. Look, I'm even wearing my orange jersey. Yeah, we were all disappointed that the hydraulic impact driver was put on hold. Trust me. I was checking every day to see if that thing had come out yet and if I could get it. Every day. Every day in June, I kept checking. Yeah, Ted, it is $299 because I got that one for $79, and I'm like, all right, this one's $299, this one's $79. This one must be the older version that they're just trying to get rid of. That's what was going through my mind. Yep, you did. You sure did. They do have the best right angle impact wrench. Yes, they do. They also got the best half-inch anvil high torque impact wrench. Ridgid does. That's definitely the best one. I got them all. I will pick up the Ridgid every time before the other ones. What was this? Sayer. Laugh out loud talking about hammers, and I just got an email from Spec Ops Hammers. They want to send me one to test. Hell, yet they donate 3 to 5% to the veterans. Yeah, why not, right? They send you a free hammer, you test it out, you get to make content, it doesn't cost you money, it's a win-win. Ken C. Wish Ridgid had a mower and drain auger compatible with their batteries. Yeah, Ridgid, I will say that's the one thing Ridgid lacks. They don't have too much OPE. That's maybe the one thing that they're really not into is outdoor power equipment. They let Milwaukee and Ridgid have that. All right, so we'll see you later. Yeah, we're going to be getting ready to get out of here soon. I got to go eat. It's getting late. Yeah, remember, when your wife accuses you of not listening to her, just look at her and say, huh? I do that a lot, not going to lie. So we can have an agreement now. I can have 2 beers and be back by 10. Most of the time, I mix those 2 things up and have 10 and make it back around 2 a.m. Caleb's still in here. I usually have some sort of object thrown at my head after I say that, Souls. That's right. Ridgid isn't allowed to have a mower, and most people, F the OPE, isn't available in store. If they did, it would sell more than Milwaukee because price point and power. Yeah, I don't get why they don't sell that stuff in store. I know they got a weed whacker, and I know they got some OPE. I'm just saying, when you look at the other companies, they really don't have much. That's how he would die? Yeah. People don't understand that, Caleb. You got to pick and choose your battles in a marriage. Give and take, baby. Or daddy is telling you to make him a sandwich. Yeah, you don't want to use that one. Definitely do not want to use that one. Definitely not. Definitely not. If you want to stay happily married. Definitely not. No daddy making no sandwich. No sandwiches. Yeah, that's exactly why Caleb's selling his tools. He went and got the old lady knocked up, and now the old lady's like, you can't be doing this goofy shit with tools. We need the money. What's up, Adley? I know you just got in here, but we're getting ready to wind it down here and call it a night. We've been on for like 2.5 hours. I was like, every time I say this, I'm like, I'm going to stop it at an hour, right? But then we get going, and I lose track of time, and you guys just keep coming, and I say, fuck it, let's just keep going. Yeah, Sharush. He announced it. Yeah, congrats to Caleb. Of course, congrats. I tell you what, that baby that's going to be coming out in eight-ish, 7.5-ish months is very lucky that he or she is going to have a dad like Caleb. That kid lucked out because not everybody has the best parents, but that kid lucked out because he's going to have, or she's going to have, a great dad. I'm the best everyone knows. Yep, you are. You are. You expect greatness from the son of Bob Ross. Nice, Eric. Nice. All right, guys. We're getting ready to wrap it up. I got to get upstairs. Thank you all for hanging out with me for the last 2.5 hours. It wasn't without drama, though. I'll tell you that much. I mean, that's becoming a regular thing here on this channel, and golly, I hope it blows over sooner than later. But with all that said, thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget, contest. Get the contest thing going here. I already got a couple of really good comments that I got saved in the archives here. Get creative with your comments. Who knows, you may win a DeWalt DCD 998 power detect with battery and charger. That's going on till Thursday. We will announce the comments Friday afternoon. The best 5, we'll put them up to a vote, and then we're going live Friday night. And we'll let people vote for a couple of days, and we'll go live Friday night with our scheduled show at 9 p.m. And yeah, I'll see everybody Friday night, unless something else happens and I feel like I want to go live, new tool, whatever the case may be. Just keep your eyes peeled on the channel. We may do a surprise live before Friday. All right, guys. Love all you. For the people I said email me, email me. Good night.